Afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Business Spotlight interviews. I'll actually be able to get it out soon and actually speak properly. But this afternoon, we've got a great guy. He's got a great story. I'll introduce you to Liam of Metro Fashion. Liam, tell us all about your business.
Hello, I own Metro Fashion. So we have recently branched out into a salon as well. But Metro Fashion, we did designer clothing at a cheaper cost. So we was in Nottingham. So we brought like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Stone Island, Moncler to people at a fraction of the price. So we did do vintage and brand new as well. So we mixed it up, and that's where your price points came from. Our original idea is original Stone Island stuff from the 90s. You can't buy in shops, so that was where we was the middle ground to get the items that you can't buy from your bigger retail shops.
Okay, so you're actually sitting there in the middle, obviously retailing these wonderful brands. So
Mhm.
where did you get the idea from?
So I've been reselling clothes for about 10 years now, and I've always noticed that there's a big love for Stone Island. Um, I've started a few communities on Facebook, and everybody always loves Stone Island. So I always wanted to go into a shop, but never took the leap. Just over a year ago, my friend gave me the opportunity to go in with him. That didn't work out, so we went our own way, and I just grew from there off
Absolutely,
my own ideas and what I wanted to do about my own shop. So.
absolutely fantastic. And currently, you're trading in Grantham, but the
Mhm.
idea is to go into Lincoln and also back into Nottingham.
Yeah, yeah. So my idea is growth, and I don't believe that there is a fixed amount of time that you should sit on a brand or sit on an idea. Like, I don't believe that we're in Grantham now, we do that for 2 years. If something works in one place, I believe it can work in other places, and I don't believe there's a time limit on that or a time span.
So explain that. So you think if the opportunity's there, you go for it.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. And if it doesn't work out, then you go and rethink it at that moment in time. But it's always worth giving it a go.
That's a real entrepreneurial mindset.
I'd say it's probably a bit of my ADHD as well. Like I wanna keep going and I keep achieving, and setting it one amount is not good enough for me. I just want to keep growing.
Keep growing, keep
Yeah.
growing. Absolutely fantastic. And tell us a bit more about the beauty salon.
So a couple of years ago, I paid for my wife to do all of her qualifications, and she had spells in other salons and didn't quite get on. So our idea of the salon is somewhere where you can go. And I mean, a salon usually is a very like hostile environment. So there's a lot of bitching going on and stuff like that. So we wanted to create a space where there is none of that, and people can come and relax, not only to get a beauty treatment, but to have a chat with the beauticians and actually feel comfortable and not be judged if they haven't done their makeup or hair that day, just stuff like that. And a place where they can bring their kids, because of a lot of salons are a no kid place. So we want to try and change that and be unique.
That's really interesting because we're chatting just before the interview and you were talking about community and how that's a big thing for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
So tell us a bit more about that and your thoughts on that.
So what I didn't mention before is today I got nominated for a finalist for a good neighbour. It's called. So doing a lot for your own community. So for like Nottingham, obviously homelessness is rife, and we used to have a lad in our doorway that you well we I only saw him the once actually, and he was freezing when we woke him up to open up our shop. So I actually gave him my coat off my own back just so he's warm. And I do believe if you do good for people, that comes back. I mean, we've had a lot of trouble with the shop, but that doesn't ever sway that I want to do good for people.
That's a brilliant thought, and that's again all about the community hub, and the beauty salon and the shop itself.
Yeah, yeah,
So you know, you've been going a relatively new business.
yeah.
Um, so what's been your biggest learning so far as a business owner?
The well, if you don't try, it doesn't happen. Like I said, sitting back and doing just ticking along, there's no growth there. You might see a bit of money, but making the strides to get better is always something that I want to do. So like even reaching out to people, like doing this on LinkedIn, I believe networking is something that needs to be done.
That's absolutely brilliant share. So looking for growth, we'll
Hmm.
get growth. What do you think your main challenges to get that growth are?
I mean, different cities come with different challenges. So like speaking back to Nottingham again, we it was dealing with the crime rate there, which was really high. And then if I switch it back to Grantham, they don't want to spend £300-400 on a Stone Island jacket. So what I've done is switch the demographic, and I've gone more to sportswear here because that does work better in Grantham than selling designer clothes does. So it's being able to read my market of where I am. So people in Nottingham and Grantham, there's two different kind of buyers.
That's a really, really good point. So basically, what you're actually saying is being nimble and thinking through the market.
Yeah, and the beauty of my shop is I pick my own stock. So I don't have a massive, I ain't got someone saying, this is what you need to sell. Here you go sell it. I handpick almost everything I sell. So the beauty of that is um, there's always something new in here and there's one of. So I have the beauty of saying you ain't going to see anybody else wearing this.
That's a massive USP then for you. It's a
Yeah,
big selling point.
yeah.
That's
So when we was in Nottingham, we was approached, but to go into Harrods because we do something so niche that we had the opportunity was there, but the funding didn't work out in the end. But that's always something that we want to do. Like we see ourselves as a like a department store right now that's in a shop. We just need the growth. If that makes sense at all.
no, that does. I mean, sort of, so basically, I'm just trying to find the words and to actually reflect on this, Liam. So it's basically like having, if you look at a car, it's like having your own hot rod, you know, your own boutique car, you know, so
Yeah,
do it up, different colours, etc., etc. But you will actually go and find these fantastic items,
yeah,
and then someone can buy them and they will stand out.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So for example, Stone Island before 2000 had a green edge badge on it, which are virtually impossible to get. So the idea of my shop is they're impossible to get, but we'll give you it at a price point that you can't believe it's that price.
Absolutely fantastic. So, can someone come into the shop and say, "I'm looking for this"?
Yeah, I will go out and source stuff for people as well.
Well, brilliant. So, it's a completely flexible model and also a nimble way of doing things.
Yeah, and we're not tied into um we only sell designer. We're we do all sorts. But what we before Christmas we was going for a unique title, so to go for a unique business, and our unique business is a one stop for fashion. So if you want beauty, if you want a massage, if you want your nails doing, like your eyelashes doing. We're a one stop for everything. You want to buy your shoes, your clothes, everything is all in one building. So what we want to do is replicate what we've got in Grantham in everywhere else. So starting in Nottingham, we'll be looking for a place where the beauty salon fits in with it as well.
Brilliant. That's a really interesting business model. So, as a busy business owner with your wife, do you have family?
Yeah, I have 3 children. Yeah.
Yeah, three children. How do you balance your personal life with the demands of running a business?
So the magic of the salon in here is that we can bring our children to work with us. There's no restrictions on that. So and they have nursery as well. So we try and balance it out that way. But a lot of the time, our children get involved with the business. I mean, my daughter says all the time she wants to sell things like me. But this is the reason why I work so hard is I want to give them everything. And like for example, my son's 1 now. I want him at 18 to be able to jump on board and be like, know everything about the business and run with it. And then I can sit back then.
Absolutely fantastic. What a great goal. And thanks very much for sharing that, Liam. I mean, I just had to end on this question. I always do end on this question for the interview.
Mhm.
And I think this will be a really interesting answer for this question from you. What is the best advice you'd give to an 18-year-old you?
Me personally, I don't bounce around from job to job. If you do enjoy something, run with it. I mean, I've always loved clothing, so I've ran with that now, and I'm happy in what I'm doing. Whereas I've done loads of jobs like close protection work, security, stuff like that, and never really enjoyed it. But you want that job where you can get up in the morning and enjoy your whole day.
Brilliant. What a fantastic way to finish the interview. Liam, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.